It's not the intensity, but the regularity of our actions that cultivates true discipline. This doesn't mean that every day needs to be a masterpiece of productivity. Rather, it's about not letting a day slip by unnoticed or unutilized, whether it's advancing in our career, improving our health, or deepening our relationships. Progress in any area requires the simple, often overlooked commitment to show up every day. Moreover, showing up every day is deeply intertwined with the Stoic practice of mindfulness, being present in the now and doing today's work today without the burdens of yesterday's failures or tomorrow's worries. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about focusing on the present, about doing the task at hand to the best of one's ability. This focus is what turns routine into ritual and effort into improvement. To cultivate this discipline, start small. Decide what showing up means for you. It could be as simple as writing a single paragraph of that book you've been meaning to write, doing a 5-minute workout, or spending 10 uninterrupted minutes with a loved one. The scale is not what transforms us, it's the act of showing up itself. Each day that you meet your commitment, you reinforce your willpower and build the resilience that defines Stoic philosophy. By adopting this daily practice, you embody the Stoic belief in personal responsibility and continuous self-improvement. You become a living testament to the idea that while we may not control the outcomes, we can control our efforts. In the consistent act of showing up, we find the discipline necessary to lead a purposeful and fulfilling life. Number 4. Practice voluntary hardship. This Stoic practice, strongly advocated by Marcus Aurelius, is about much more than just making life intentionally difficult. It's about preparing oneself for the unpredictabilities of life, strengthening one's resilience and deepening appreciation for what one has. Marcus Aurelius, like many Stoics, believed that experiencing discomfort voluntarily helps to fortify the mind against times when life might force discomfort upon us. This could mean choosing to forego certain luxuries, enduring physical challenges, or simply practicing self-denial in small, everyday decisions. The logic is straightforward. If you're accustomed to hardship, sudden adversities won't throw you off balance. You're training your resilience muscles, so to speak, ensuring you can face life's challenges with a calm and composed mind. But why embrace discomfort in a world that constantly strives to offer us comfort? The answer lies in the very fabric of Stoic philosophy. Growth often happens at the edges of comfort zones. By voluntarily stepping into less comfortable spaces, we not only test our mental and emotional boundaries, but also expand them. This practice isn't about punishing oneself, but about shifting perspective, from seeing comfort as a necessity to viewing it as a luxury that we can do without if we choose. In practicing voluntary hardship, you also cultivate gratitude. It's easy to take everyday comforts for granted, but when you occasionally live without them, you begin to appreciate them more profoundly. This could be as simple as skipping a meal, which can heighten your appreciation for the food you do have, or opting to walk instead of drive, which might deepen your gratitude for mobility and health. Moreover, voluntary hardship connects us to the reality that many people live with involuntarily every day. This connection can foster empathy, humility, and a deeper understanding of the human condition, anchoring us more firmly in the reality of the world we share with others. So, how can we integrate this practice into our lives? Start small. Choose something manageable. Perhaps wake up an hour earlier than usual, limit your use of technology for a day, or choose the stairs over the elevator. The key isn't in the scale of the hardship, but in the regularity and intention behind it. Each act of voluntary discomfort is a step towards greater mental fortitude and self-discipline. Number 5. Practice dichotomy of control. This principle distinguishes between what is and isn't within our control, urging us to focus our energy solely on the former. This seemingly simple concept can profoundly transform our approach to life's challenges, reducing anxiety and fostering a deeper sense of peace and resilience. So, what exactly is within our control? According to Stoicism, it's primarily our own actions, reactions, and judgments. Our thoughts, our will, our responses. These are the arenas where we have agency. Everything external, be it the weather, the actions of others, or global events, lies outside our direct control. Marcus Aurelius consistently emphasized this point in his meditations, noting that becoming upset or disturbed by things outside our control is not just futile, but counterproductive to our well-being. Practicing the dichotomy of control starts with this realization. While we can influence external events, we cannot control them entirely. The Stoic learns to accept this fact, not passively, but as a liberating truth. By focusing on our own actions and letting go of our attachment to outcomes, we can maintain our tranquility and effectiveness regardless of circumstances. This doesn't mean we become indifferent or detached from the world. Instead, we engage with it more constructively, channeling our efforts where they can actually make a difference. In daily life, applying the dichotomy of control means asking ourselves, is this within my control? Before reacting to any situation. If it's not, the Stoic practice is to let it go and move on. This is easier said than done, of course. It requires practice, mindfulness, and the occasional reminder to ourselves of what truly lies within our sphere of influence. Moreover, this practice has practical implications for how we set goals and expect outcomes. While we strive to achieve our goals, tying our happiness or self-worth to the realization of outcomes determined by myriad external factors is setting ourselves up for frustration. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to find satisfaction in the pursuit itself, in our adherence to our values, and in the effort we put forth. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers did not promise a life without challenges. Instead, they offered a strategy for maintaining inner peace and dignity, regardless of life's highs and lows. By practicing this principle, we not only enhance our own lives, but can also influence those around us through our example of calmness and resilience in the face of life's inevitable uncertainties. Number 6. Never play the victim. This concept involves a profound understanding of personal responsibility and the Stoic commitment to self-mastery. Rather than succumbing to a victim mentality where one sees themselves as a passive recipient of life's hardships, Stoicism encourages us to seize control over our perceptions and reactions. This empowerment is central to the Stoic belief that our happiness and peace of mind are determined more by our internal state than by external events. The idea here isn't to deny the difficulties or injustices that one might face. Rather, it's about shifting the focus from what happens to us to how we respond to what happens. Aurelius believed that every external event comes with a choice. How will we let this define us? By refusing to play the victim, we reject the idea that our emotional well-being is at the mercy of external circumstances. This is a liberating realization that opens the door to greater personal growth and resilience. In practicing this principle, we start by observing our habitual responses to challenging situations. Do we immediately look for external factors or others to blame? Do we spend our energy complaining about the situation rather than addressing it? Changing these patterns isn't about suppressing our feelings, but rather about understanding them more deeply and redirecting our energies more constructively. It involves acknowledging our pains and disappointments while also recognizing our capacity to move forward despite them. Moreover, this Stoic teaching encourages us to see every obstacle as an opportunity to practice virtue and strengthen our character.